Hello, Divines. I'm back today with some answers to your questions that you all leave me in the comments of my videos. Let's dive right into this. The first question asked was, how can a chaser look like a bad guy by being kind? Maybe we need to define chasing first. In the scenario of twin flames, one person is running. They are telling or showing the chaser that they don't want to be with them. Don't talk to them, don't text them, don't come by their house. And so what essentially is the chaser doing? They're texting, calling, stalking, trying to find ways to run into the runner in public maybe. The runner's desire, speaking from someone who was a runner once, is for the chaser to stop so that they can breathe again, so that they can have space to think, so that they can feel grounded within themselves. The more the chaser chases, the more the runner feels suffocated, the more they feel distance from their own heart and ability to love. Whether that ability to love will ever come to the surface is a whole other video, and I've talked about that in other videos. When the chaser is chasing, that love definitely has no ability to come to the surface at all. They are distanced at that point from their ability to let someone in. To them, they worry about the chaser's own mental stability. I'm not kidding there. They feel that the chaser is begging for their attention and love. When the runner is still trying to figure out how to give love to themselves, this really confuses them as to why the chaser has expectations of getting this love from them. A love that is currently unavailable. The chasing is literally suffocating love. Why is this? Because everyone needs to understand the ugliness of what chasing is. You're not loving the runner by doing this, and you aren't loving yourself either. The runner sees chasing as a pathetic plea for something that you cannot give to yourself. Even though you are mirroring each other in this sense, because neither the runner or the chaser loves themselves in this scenario, the runner is not conscious to their behaviors, but the chaser, not able to push away their pain, goes looking for answers. And so I'm here to tell you that chasing is not loving to you. A person who loves themselves has a full cup of love within. They don't need another person to do that for them. Love from another person to a person who is secure is just a bonus. It's just an extra little added piece of happiness. But that can never happen in a healthy manner unless that person's cup is full first. But a chaser is missing all of this. They are pretty empty inside. They are going to others and saying, will you please fill my cup? And therefore, take advantage of me in any way you want, because I'm so desperate for you to give me what it is that I desire. Let me ask you, if someone said that to you, what would you think? What would be your response? How would you look at that, and how would you see them? It's easier to see when you turn the tables, right? And that is how the runner sees chasing. They see it as an unattractive, pathetic, and unnecessary action. The runner wants to provide the small amount of love they have willingly. It's hard for them, just as it is hard for the chaser, because the chaser wouldn't be chasing if they loved themselves. Chasing absolutely kills polarity. A little mystery between two people feeds polarity. Polarity is a huge part of what makes relationships work. So if one is chasing and stomping all over polarity, how is that supposed to be successful? So you see, chasing is not kind. This is a fallacy being taught often in childhood, and it is something that needs to be healed within the chaser. Love yourself first, love your inner child second. Chase those things instead of someone who doesn't or can't love you. The next question says, I put up a boundary over a year ago after his karmic attacked me, and he didn't defend me. He hasn't spoken to me since. Instead, he went back to his karmic, who is a constant, off and on relationship. Did he just give up on me because he didn't want to work to get access back to me and decide that the karmic relationship was just easier? How long does it take them to learn and grow? To the first part of the question, was the karmic just easier? Yes, of course they are. Listen, you need to start seeing this person as only the runner until they prove otherwise. Let's break this down into smaller bits. What is your runner actually running from? Why are they running? They're not conscious to their actions, right? But they are running for a specific reason. That reason is usually planted within their subconscious. Remember, the subconscious is actions that you're working out of your own programming. Conscious is something that you're actually completely conscious to. Different parts of the brain. The subconscious, because it is programmed, means you're just running on autopilot. But the conscious is something that's planned, that's thought about. So the runner running is coming from that programming, that autopilot action. They don't even really understand fully why they are doing it, but there is a reason there. You, divine feminine, at some point had an event with them that was saying, hey, you, runner, look at your shit, your demons, your shadows. You may have not even said anything. Just by existing, this mirror between you two exists, and they sense this. Like a gazelle that is about to be eaten by a lion, they run the other way. This mirror is really powerful, and it takes a real divine masculine to have the strength to touch it, to stand with it, to stand with you. The karmic is just a regular old relationship. See, many of you don't embrace this power yourself. If you did, think of the life you would have. Don't be scared like the runner is. Don't think that you are weak just because they are. They need to strengthen within before they can be in your presence. But too many of them at this point are cowards. The second part of the question, how long does it take for them to learn and grow? My friend, that's up to the universe, and we are not privy to that information. If we knew the answer, it would halt our own experience. It would halt our own learning. And what would be the fun if you knew the answer to that? Do you remember how I said in the previous answer that mystery makes a relationship interesting and breeds polarity? Well, in your relationship with the universe, there's tons of polarity. It keeps you interested. If everything was just mapped out in your life and you knew all the answers going in, you would be bored. I promise you, this unknown makes you face yourself. It allows you to find your way back to your soul. Are you going to trade that in order to know when someone else is going to heal? What if you did? What if your DM healed and you didn't, and they felt that magic within, that happiness, that contentment, and you didn't have it yourself? Wouldn't you feel as though you were missing out on something? Because they can't give that to you, and you can't give it to them. It has to be created within, and you need time and space and unknowing to do so. If you are meant to be with this person, it's not going to pass you by, no matter what is happening in the physical right now. But you have to stop trying to hold on to it, because the universe isn't avoidant. And the harder you hold on, the more it will say, no, I don't think so. Not today. You have to let go. The next question, or rather statement. I wonder if there is a couple out there reunited in a real union who has been through years of separation, healing, and transmutation. These days, people call union moments when the DF and the DM get together momentarily, I'm curious to see if DMs might be just catalysts for healing. This might be my favorite question today. First of all, there is a twin flame on TikTok that was in separation for 9 years before she came back together with her DM. I'm going to link her socials below. From what I can gather during their separation, she never ever intended to be with him again. It just happened. Let me play one of her videos for you.
It's a hard realization when you start to digest the fact that you and your twin flame may never be in union. And you're sitting there wondering, how do I move on and not get lost in this world of sadness and sorrow? And the simple truth is that once you've been burned enough and rejected so many times, you're going to realize that you have to move on. And it's not so much that you even have to move on from your twin flame, but that you have got to get on with your life.
Chris is the real deal. She isn't a phony reader who will tell you what you want to hear. She's actually kind of like me, but with tarot cards. Those moments where the DF and the DM reunite briefly, to me, is not union. That's a lesson. To answer the question about DMs being just a catalyst, well, first off, to have a catalyst should be an honor. To have someone pushing you to be the best person you can be, find love within yourself, and reach your soul level, my friends, that isn't a just. That's the fucking ticket. Trust me. Now back to the question. The most recent download that I've received from the universe is that all twin flames are an experiment. The universe actually doesn't know which pairs will come back together in union. If I've said different in any of my other videos, it was because I said those things before the universe told me otherwise. Does that mean the universe doesn't want you in union? Well, there are two parts to this, let me explain. Number one, the universe is not outcome-based, it is experience-based. And number two, the universe is conspiring on your behalf to help you come back into union. But do you understand its motive? Your co-creator cares that it isn't chasing an outcome, which is exactly how you all should be looking at it. So basically, you were all given this counterpart, and you both were given a specific challenge that keeps you apart. For some, it's trauma, others, it's age, or maybe different cultures. The universe is watching to see which of these difficulties can be overcome and which ones can't. It is unknown to absolutely everyone involved. But I will tell you that the more that you focus on yourself, your own self-worth, and your own happiness in life, the more you take any focus at all off of the DM, the better your chances of union. There's no promise that they're going to heal and awaken. But if they do heal and awaken and come back to you as an unhealed person, well, the two of you aren't going to make it. You'll both have to be healing and come back together with full love available. Otherwise, separation is always the outcome. The next question is, isn't the DF in charge of leading in the 5D? We all know that the DF is in charge of leading in the physical. This question comes from my video where I talked about my 5D experience. First off, I want you all to know that I have never had anyone else share their 5D experience with me. So I only have my own to share with you. It could be different for others. My 5D experience came right when I needed it. It was temporary, and my DM's higher self led the process. For me, like I said, this was temporary. I learned the lessons I needed, he taught me what I needed to know, and I no longer have any kind of contact with my DM's energy at all. Some of you might be shocked to hear that, but I believe this is for a reason. The energy readings I kept getting from the universe show that twin flames have to get to a point where they move on from each other. They really have to just let it go and let it be. Give it back to the universe. Staying obsessed with a twin flame isn't healthy, and it prevents union. It's almost like you graduate from the twin flame journey after you've learned the major things you need to learn. Our next question states, can you give ideas on grounding? This question came from a post that I made about the divine feminine not feeling safe unless the divine masculine is grounded. So in this instance, I'm not actually talking about grounding with the earth. The divine masculine needs to know himself fully, so well that he is comfortable loving and giving without expecting anything in return. He also knows and practices his boundaries so that others are unable to take advantage of him. He does this without apology. He has a plan for his life and is in his purpose. He is confident and strong, but he uses his strength for good or protection only. A DM needs all of these things in order for a divine feminine to soften around him. If he is missing any of these things, she will sense that and it will force her into her masculine if she remains around him. She looks to him to lead her, and when he does, she knows he is grounded, and then she has the ability to feel grounded herself. Next question. What is a surefire sign that you are in a twin flame relationship? The one sign is that you continue to work on your healing, and the more you do, the more you find you can't actually let go of this person in your heart. I'm not talking about being with this person, because no one should accept an unhealthy relationship. What I'm talking about is that they continue to change your life for the better from afar. Just the soul connection alone between twin flames steers a person in a way that no other connection can. Obviously, this is not a quick answer for those of you who are wondering, but for those of you on the twin flame journey, you all know, or you will learn soon, that there are no quick answers. A journey like this is a marathon. So start running and the answers will come to you. I love you, Divine Feminines. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I will see you in the next video.